Hello. Thank you for your interest in Ohio University Lancaster's School of Nursing programs. Today, we are going to discuss options for programming as well as details on the application process and what classes will look like if you are accepted into one of our programs. My name is Danielle Schabel. I am the Associate Director of Nursing on the Lancaster campus. If you need to get in contact with someone at the School of Nursing, please use the email located on the slide, which is lancaster-nursing@ohio.edu. The Lancaster Nursing phone number is also listed if you would prefer to call. The first slide you see is the mission statement for the Ohio University School of Nursing. It is important to note that the School of Nursing is one large program across all campuses. This is important because this means the BSN information, curriculum, and work that you're going to do in clinical and lab are the same across every campus, including Athens. We are accredited by CCNE, which is the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education, and that accreditation is for our BSN program. We are also accredited through ASIN, which is the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing for the associate degree. Both programs are Ohio Board of Nursing approved, which is a compact state licensure. Student success advisors are important for the success of your progression, not only to get into the program, but as you move through your degree. Academic advisors are located on the third floor of Brazy Hall. You've likely met with them already if you are a current Lancaster-based student. You can schedule appointments with your student success advisor by using the phone number on the slide, and they offer a variety of different types of appointments to best fit your needs. When you are considering your student success advisor, as a current student, that information can be located in your student center. If you have any issues locating your success advisor, please stop by Student Services and they can assist you. The student success advisors can provide information and strategy on how to get all of the classes completed that you need to in order to meet your degree requirements. Once you are in the nursing programs, you will have a faculty mentor who will assist you with all of the nursing-based courses. We're going to first discuss the BSN program, which will be all the requirements for the first 2 years, as well as requirements for selection. The Bachelor of Science in Nursing, also known as the BSN program at Ohio University, is a traditional 4-year program. Classes are offered on campus 1 time per year and are considered a lockstep sequence. This means you have to pass all of your nursing courses in the semester in order to move on to the next semester. Since courses are only offered 1 time per year, students who are unsuccessful must wait until they are offered during the next academic year in order to retake it. Nursing classes are offered on all campuses for the BSN program at the very same time. So unfortunately, there would be no way to go to another campus to get the course done sooner. When you are considering your nursing courses, you may not jump ahead and take additional courses because all of them build on one another. The curriculum is designed so that students complete their general education and minor requirements before the beginning of their senior year, so that they can concentrate on their capstone clinical experience, which we will discuss later in the presentation. Students receive clinical preparation in our simulation labs with qualified, credentialed, and experienced nursing faculty. We will talk about lab again later in this presentation as well. Selection is completed for the BSN program one time per year. Our applications are accepted December 31st through February 1st. So essentially the whole month of January. Selection is not completed until summer, as we need to wait until all spring grades are finalized in order to make the official decision of who qualifies for program admission. Students will be notified mid-summer if they have been selected to participate in the BSN cohort for the following fall. Selection is competitive. Just meeting the minimum requirements does not guarantee placement into the program. Please keep this in mind as you progress through your classes before applying. This slide looks at your first year of college when you are considering going into a BSN program, also known as pre-nursing major. In year one, these courses are required to be taken, and you must have a solid C or better in your non-nursing courses in order for them to be counted. For your nursing courses, which includes the pre-nursing class, which is NRSE 1102, Professional Essentials and Applications of Clinical Judgment 1. This class must be completed with an 80% or greater, which is a B- or better. This requirement is sustained throughout your entire curriculum, so all of your nursing courses will follow the same guideline. It is the student's responsibility to check your grades to ensure you're meeting the minimum selection grade requirements each semester. Please utilize the additional resources instructors provide, especially when it comes to the science courses such as anatomy and physiology, as well as chemistry. Students tend to struggle with these very heavy science-based courses, but we assure you it is very important that you do well because the nursing classes use the information learned in your science courses to help supplement our curriculum. So it's very important that you know the information and are comfortable with it. Once you are accepted into the BSN program, you will start taking nursing classes. Fall semester, you have 4 nursing courses: Professional Essentials 2, Pathophysiology, Health Assessment, and Health Promotion. Students may elect to take additional course requirements that are needed for graduation and general degrees. Those are listed here, but you are not required to take them this semester if you don't want to. At this time, BSN courses for the fall for year 2 are scheduled on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This will continue until we have so many students that we are not able to accommodate that schedule. The classes will be scheduled starting at 8 o'clock in the morning and typically go until 5 p.m. You will have short breaks in between as well as an extended lunch break. Once you move into spring semester, you are expected to participate 2 to 3 times a week in your nursing courses. You will have Professional Essentials 3, Foundations, and Pharmacology. Again, if you need to take an additional non-nursing course, you are able to do so. When you get to spring semester, you will have lecture, lab, and clinical rotations. Fall, going back, you only have lecture and lab. As you move forward and progress through the program, your demand and the needs of how many days a week you will be engaging in nursing activities will increase. So, for example, fall of year 2 is only 2 days per week. Spring is 2 to 3 days per week, depending on when your clinical and lab are scheduled. Once you get into your junior year or year 3 of the nursing program, you will begin with 2 to 3 days per week. And in spring semester, that will bump up to 3 to 4 days per week. As you can see trending, once you get to your final year of the BSN program, students should expect 4 to 5 days per week being engaged in nursing activities, which include your lecture, lab, and clinical requirements. This is a full-time program and a full-time commitment. Please understand that going in, you cannot work a full-time job and attempt to do this program. It is very demanding and it takes a lot of time as you progress through. Next, we will discuss the associate degree program. The Associate of Applied Science of Nursing, or AASN program, again, is an in-person full-time program that we will be offering planned spring of 2027. This planning has several different components, and we cannot guarantee at this time that that will be the start date. However, we're hoping for the best. This is a 5-semester program. Students, again, progress through classes that build upon one another. You are not allowed to move forward, and you must pass the semester's nursing courses in order to move forward to the next semester, because again, they build. Students who are applying to the associate degree program also have requirements for selection and GPA. Since the admission for the AASN program occurs for a spring cohort start, applications are accepted during fall semester, typically for the month of September. This information will be further communicated to students as appropriate. When you are looking at your first year in the AASN program, we start in spring semester with Foundations, Health Assessment, Pharmacology 1, A&P 1, and Child Development. The difference between the Associate Degree Year 1 and the Bachelor's Degree Year 1 is that all of your co-requisite courses are taken alongside your nursing classes. You also need to be successful in your co-requisite non-nursing courses in order to move forward. This means that before you can take classes in fall of your first year for the associate degree, you must have successfully passed A&P 1. We do take summer off the very first year, and this is to help students take classes over summer, because once you have a full semester of spring with nursing courses in addition to non-nursing courses, many students opt to take summer classes and get them out of the way, so they only need to focus on nursing classes as they progress through the program. With these classes, students will have lecture, lab, and clinical from the very beginning. As you move through, you will continue again to build up more required days for the program. Next, we're going to talk about a breakdown of some of the different student experiences that you will have as a nursing student. Our nursing programs are rigorous, science-based health majors that prepare students for entry into a professional nursing career. All lectures, quizzes, and examinations are completed in person and are proctored. All core courses, which means they have a lab or clinical component, are required to be in person, as this is how we are approved through the Ohio Board of Nursing. We follow a competency-based curriculum, which emphasizes what learners are expected to do rather than focusing on what they are expected to know. This mirrors how students will be tested on the NCLEX examination, as well as what will make them strong, successful decision makers at the bedside. Instructors utilize evidence-based teaching and learning practices and are required to complete annual continuing education to maintain nursing licensure and stay up to date on skills for both bedside nursing and academia. All nursing students are required to complete a set number of laboratory hours. Students will learn skills and have the opportunity for hands-on practice in a simulated healthcare environment. The nursing labs are located on the 4th floor of Brazy Hall. They include 2 learning labs, a simulation room, and a practice lab. The BSN program has a total of 153 laboratory hours throughout the curriculum. The associate degree program has 152 hours of laboratory hours. These hours are an amazing tool that we use every single week to ensure our students are safe before they go out and see a real person in practice. Clinical experiences begin during the first year of your program. We have a variety of healthcare settings where we partake in clinical hours. We are primarily at Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio Health Pickerington, and Mount Carmel East. However, we also have hours at Nationwide Children's Hospital, the Springs at Wyandotte, the Recovery Center, Ohio State, and many more as we continue to expand. The BSN program has 590 hours of clinical time throughout the curriculum. The associate degree has 360 hours of clinical time. At this time, I would like to make an important point that our clinical and lab hours are mandatory. The only time that students can be excused from lab or clinical is when they have a university-approved excuse, which can be found in the Student Code of Conduct. We are approved for a specific number of lab and clinical hours through our accrediting bodies, which means we have to have exactly the number of hours we say we are going to the minute. When you get into the program, we will reiterate how important it is to be on time to your lab and clinical experiences. And there will be consequences if students are not able to uphold the mandatory hours that are scheduled. Finally, during your final semester, you will have the opportunity to be with a registered nurse one-on-one at the bedside for your capstone course. You have over 150 hours dedicated this final semester to ensure you are ready to transition into practice after graduation. Students who tend to be the most successful are those who take advantage of the support resources available to them. It is essential to connect with faculty when concerns arise, work together with their peers, utilize successful study skills, utilize good time management, and make their education a priority. The slide in front of you has a list of resources that are available to all nursing students. Peer tutoring is available through the university in an online platform. Supplemental instruction, also known as SI, is specifically offered to nursing students each semester and focus on difficult areas that are being covered for the classes they are currently enrolled in. For example, in the BSN program, the first semester, you are taking health assessment and pathophysiology in addition to other classes. Pathophysiology has proven to be a very challenging class, so we will pull in the instructor and allow for an additional hour every single week with said instructor for the students to have additional activities, ask questions, brainstorm, and practice anything they feel they need more help with. Strategies for Success is a plan that the School of Nursing utilizes in order to help students be successful when they are struggling. Students will be contacted by the faculty member for their course if they are noticing a trend in the student's grades, behaviors, or if they are scoring below an 80% in their nursing course. Students meet with the faculty member and they create a strategy for success plan. They discuss options on what the students can do, where they are struggling, and what we can do to assist them in improving whatever is going on. The School of Nursing also offers open lab hours 4 days per week, utilizing our practice lab. Students who are enrolled in the nursing program are permitted to come and go in open lab to practice their skills, to study, or to utilize the space and beds for any means that are going to prepare them for skill checkoffs, clinical, etc. Each faculty member is required to have open office hours where they are in the office ready for students to come, ask questions, clarify information, review exams. This time is dedicated and set aside every week to ensure we are available to students when they need us. We also have ongoing advising and mentoring throughout the program. Your nursing faculty are well versed in what it takes to be a successful bedside nurse, and they want you to be the best nurse possible after you graduate. They are willing to share their knowledge, their experiences, and their plans with you as you move through the program. So please use the faculty as a great resource and learn as much as you can from the nurses. In order to become licensed, graduates must have an approved nursing degree and pass their national exam, which is known as NCLEX. Taking NCLEX is important as it provides states with a way to independently verify your nursing knowledge and gauge your ability to safely practice as a novice nurse. All seniors will take an exit exam, which mimics the NCLEX and helps prepare them for what the NCLEX will look like. The School of Nursing offers a 3-day review with ATI prior to graduation, again, to assist in preparing students. An important note for NCLEX is that if you choose to change your legal name to a preferred name while at Ohio University, it can interfere with NCLEX testing and licensure. It's very important to address this as soon as possible, that the name registered for Ohio University matches the name on your driver's license or state-issued ID, which also will match the name that you apply for your NCLEX test. This will make things much easier when we get to the registration time. It's also important to note that the Ohio Board of Nursing and the NCLEX preparation groups can pull background checks even if they have had expunged records. There is a list available on the Ohio Board of Nursing website of different charges that are not permitted to be on a background check. This means if you have something on your background check that is also on the list, you may not qualify to become a registered nurse. Please check this information before you get to the end of the program, because we do not want you to spend all the time and money and then not be able to take your NCLEX exam. Background checks are going to be required throughout the program, but again, the Ohio Board of Nursing can pull expunged records, which we may not be able to see. Now we will talk about applying to the School of Nursing. The application process to get into nursing is a different application process than being accepted as a student to Ohio University. So they are two separate processes. You are not automatically placed as a School of Nursing student when you are declaring pre-nursing as your major. The School of Nursing is looking for students who show the greatest potential to be successful in our programs and in the profession. Again, program acceptance is competitive. When you are considering applying to the program, there are a few things that need to be discussed and considered. The cost of the program is quite expensive, so we suggest that students start saving as soon as possible. We do have the Ohio Guarantee, which equates that your tuition will not increase while you are an active student. Additionally, when you compare the cost of other nursing schools in our area, Lancaster's programs are quite affordable. You will have an attachment on the email with this recording that shows you a breakdown of the costs for the first year of the program. This breakdown includes the resources needed for classes, uniforms, background checks, drug screenings, etc. Technology requirements are available online through the CHSP website, which is updated annually. The school uses a program called Exemplify, which is a secure testing program that mimics the NCLEX. We utilize this so students are being prepared from day one to take their NCLEX examination. You will be sent specific information if you are accepted into one of the programs in the orientation packet regarding the tech requirements. Additionally, the time commitment, which we've already talked about briefly, is definitely something you need to consider. Again, this is a full-time program, and students should expect to be on campus for nursing obligations throughout the week. This does not include your prerequisite and co-requisite courses, as once you're in the program, your nursing courses must come first over all other academic commitments. If there are classes that you need to take that are non-nursing, we are not able to accommodate that schedule. Your schedule otherwise must accommodate your nursing classes, clinicals, and lab. In order to be considered for the nursing programs, you must complete the information that is on the first large bullet. We must have the application, which is submitted PDF format via email. Students will receive their application materials at the end of December for the BSN program or the end of August for the associate degree program. In order for students to receive the email with nursing application materials, they must attend the pre-nursing assembly session or listen to the recording and send an attestation that they have listened and understand all of the material presented. An FBI BCI background check within the last 12 months is required. Again, if we have anything that comes up in the files, we will be emailing and discussing options. Remember that background checks can take up to 6 weeks, so you may just need to send your receipt that you actually got it if you don't have the background check results yet, and that is okay. We will review any university conduct files that are available. We do present a ATI TEAS exam, which is very similar to an ACT test, and we will talk about that very soon. Minimum course grades, again, we discussed that earlier, but non-nursing courses are a solid C or better, and any nursing courses are 80% or better. Students must maintain a 2.75 college GPA. Those students who are applying directly from high school must have a 3.0 GPA on a 4-point scale. BSN students need to apply to Ohio University first and then the nursing program. The pre-nursing major code that you should apply under for BSN is ND1220. Current students will change their major code to the BSN program once they are admitted to BS1221. You must have all prerequisite courses completed before we can accept you into the program. However, if you have a course that is left to be taken or needs to be retaken over summer semester for the BSN program, you are eligible for a conditional acceptance if there are seats available. If selected into the program, which is the second bullet, you will need to have a health history with a primary care provider, a physical exam, specific immunizations, and an annual drug test. A few notes on this bullet. Documentation of your two-step TB test or a titer is a requirement every year. The flu vaccine is a requirement every year, although students are permitted to opt out and wear a mask for the duration of flu season while at clinical. Any students who would like to opt out of receiving the influenza or COVID-19 vaccinations must contact a university representative and get a special letter of grace. I will be happy to walk you through that once you are in the program. The second bullet is not anything you need to complete until you get your acceptance packet for orientation, and there will be more details there. This is a preview of the application form for the BSN program. It is a 2-page fillable PDF, again, that you will receive in late December. First round applications through the month of January. Second round applications are accepted after February 2nd through May 1st. Students may choose to apply to several campuses, but will need to rank each campus with priority. Again, we do not make selection for the BSN program until midsummer. The associate degree application form, again, is a 2-page fillable PDF that will be sent out in August. First round applications are through the month of September, and again, are submitted virtually via email. Students, again, may choose to apply to several campuses and will need to rank them. The associate degree is offered on the Zanesville, Chillicothe, Southern, and Lancaster campus. So you will see an updated version with Lancaster as an option to select when that goes out. Selection is not made until December once final grades are submitted for fall semester. The ATI TEAS exam, again, we discussed this a few slides ago, is a pre-acceptance exam similar to the ACT. You will need to schedule an appointment in order to take the exam on campus. It must be proctored and it must be on site. ATI testing dates and specific instructions on how to register and prepare will be sent out with your application. There are no specific nursing questions, and there are free study materials available on the library website. We will provide specific dates that you need to schedule. I'm going to briefly review currently enrolled students' DARS reports so they can look at coursework and class schedules. When you pull up your DARS as a current student, the first thing at the top is your student information. You need to ensure that you are under the correct catalog year, which should be the year you're considered year one for the 4-year BSN program, or the year that you're going to begin the associate degree program. University requirements are listed as you open up each of the bullet points. The BRICS curriculum for the BSN program includes foundations, pillars, arches, bridges, and capstone. There are courses listed under each one of the BRIC requirements. Some of your nursing classes will fall under these and will work for both your nursing requirements and your general education requirements. All of this will be discussed throughout the program with students, so you do not take extra classes that you don't need. There are program requirements such as interprofessional education, nursing courses, and specific clinical and lab hours. If you have a green or OK plus sign check mark, that means that that area of your DARS or your BRICS has been satisfied and there's nothing more you need to do. If a requirement is red or has the minus sign or a no, that means that you still have requirements to take under that area. If you want to go in to schedule your non-nursing courses, this is the way to do so. After meeting with an academic success advisor and/or your nursing faculty mentor, it is important that you do not change the planned coursework that was discussed. Please, please speak with your advisor again, or if you're in the nursing program, speak to a faculty member before you make changes to your schedule. Once you are admitted into the program, all of your nursing courses will be scheduled by the School of Nursing. You will receive an email, and all you have to do is go into your cart and approve the classes. Clinical and labs are assigned based on what the availability is on the clinical side and what instructor availability we have for labs. This means if our clinical sites only approve for Friday at evening shift from 3 to 11 p.m., then every student would have to attend clinical at that time. We do ask for your junior year if you have a preference for location and day, but we do not guarantee that that happens because we don't know if the clinical sites are going to officially approve those days and times. If you need additional credit hours for full-time status, you are able to pursue a minor, and there are several options available that your academic advisor or your School of Nursing mentor can assist you with. Thank you for your time and attention. Please email any questions you might have to lancaster-nursing@ohio.edu. Please send your attestation to the School of Nursing email as soon as possible so that we can get you on the list to receive the admission materials. Have a wonderful day.